One of the few things that's starting to restore some of my faith in humanity is a story that the Infidel, that's a atheist news organization, so I'm sure people will discredit it based off of that. And I'm going to try to find this article because it's going to be a part of one of many of my research projects that will be presented on this channel. This one has to do with religion and circumcision. Traditionally, Jews have been unapologetic and have been very vocal that it's not just that they think that it's for health, it's about, if I'm remembering correctly, a covenant with God to remove the foreskin of their young. I am an intactivist, in case you've missed from my old channel. I'm uncut. I've had no problems with my penis, and my son's uncut, and he's had no problems with his penis. Until, with the exceptions of the times that he's been with his mother, and her trying to be the cool parent, decided that he shouldn't bathe, and then that's when he had problems. And has been the only time he has had problems with his penis having a foreskin. I could go into all of the different ways in which that it's wrong, about how many nerve endings there are there, how you're robbing your children of some sensation to their penis, how some kids have died from infections from the circumcision, as well as how some, on a rare case, some kids have actually cried themselves to death after the circumcision, which doesn't exactly bode well for the "but they don't feel it, they don't remember it" argument that bothers me so greatly. Yes, I'm aware of the American Pediatric Association's recommendation. I'm also aware of several females who have posted on Facebook how they happen to have problems with reoccurring urinary tract infections, and the doctors aren't calling for circumcision in their case. I could even talk about how angry and upset I am that instead of investing in condoms in a place that is HIV and AIDS riddled, as Africa tends to be, and no, I'm not trying to stereotype, I'm just talking about their cases per capita, instead of our government investing in those condoms, which would have been the way to go, they decided to go with a flawed study, the same study that the American Pediatrics decided to change their mind on circumcision with, and invest in circumcision as the ultimate way to start as a solution to the AIDS epidemic in Africa. There are not the words to describe how much of a fail that truly is. But one of the major objections that people tend to pose isn't about health. It's about, argument from tradition in many cases that, well, but it's part of the tradition. It's part of my culture. It's part of my religion. My God demands that this be performed. Otherwise, this person will be impure. That's not even getting into the people who have done it because of the fact that they felt that the foreskin was the cause of profuse masturbation, which, if your kid's not doing it in public, if your kid's not doing it at the dinner table, if your kid's not doing it in inappropriate situations or places, masturbation is a healthy thing to do. And yet, people, even in this day and age, are advocating for circumcision to try to curb a child's, what they deem to be, excessive masturbation. Yes, because when I can't stop whacking it, or when my penis has an issue, the first thought that occurs to the mind should be, oh, let's cut a piece of their body off. But, okay, all right, faith in humanity. Faith in humanity getting restored a little bit. Sorry, I'm just a little wired tonight because of all I've had to deal with in the past few days, dealing with people and subjects in seeing the world just implode in on itself. Okay, sorry. Israel. Israel is starting to have Jewish populations and even starting to have support groups for Jewish populations that refuse to perform male circumcision. And in that, I want to say to those of you in Israel who have decided rather wisely to keep your children intact, I support you. I support you because I dare say that I don't think that if should happen to be a God, and it should happen to be your God, that he's going to be displeased that you didn't sacrifice a piece of your child's body, needlessly, I might add, to appease what you consider to be some sort of holy covenant with your particular chosen deity. Though I may not believe in that particular God, that does not mean that I can't applaud you when you do something out of rationale rather than doing things just simply because it's tradition. After all, there is such a thing as female circumcision. I'm guessing a good lot of you didn't know that, didn't remember that. We have the audacity to create this magnificent double standard. If you dare say, outside of certain cultures and certain regions, that women should get circumcision, you're a barbarian, and it's barbaric to do that. Yet you say it about boys, and so many will be so quick to say, good on ya, it's for health reasons, it's for religious reasons, it's tradition. Women prefer a cut man. Well, no. I may not have had binders full of sexual partners, if I may borrow a bit of Mitt Romney's ridiculous analogy. But out of all of the women that I have known biblically or otherwise, gotten to that stage, only one has ever said that they thought that I looked abnormal because of my uncutness. And even she adjusted things and we were able to have a satisfying experience. Part of me dislikes a bit of porn to a degree because I feel to some small degree, though I haven't been able to substantiate it, and some people are very much against me saying it, it feels like, at least with American porn, that they're promoting that cut looks normal, uncut does not look normal, because that's all they seem to feature from my own viewing of pornography. Oh yeah, oh no, oh Octavius admits that he looks at porn. Let's all point and laugh at him. Ha 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 ha. Go ahead. I really don't care. But do I think that's necessarily 100% a bad thing? No. Because if it was the majority of women who were getting their first experience with knowing about sex from porn, and the only ideal that they could accept is that you have to be cut or you're ugly or you're abnormal, then I might have more of a problem with that. I do have had people from other countries, though, who have worse experience than me, who do have women who will humiliate them because they're uncut, and then later on in life they'll consider getting circumcised at a later time. Hold on. And, I have not seen enough corroborating evidence, enough corroborating data to show me that circumcision is necessary or needed. I myself, my son, and several of my associates who are uncut have not had any issues being uncut. And while in my case it was the fact that I was born at home, I'm thankful for it because it's changed my view on penises and foreskin, and that was only aided by a science teacher I had in high school that clued me into the fact that there really is no major health benefits to cutting that part off. You put some soap down there, you take care of it, which is going to be a video series at some point, because I think we as a uncut nation need to have a little talk. If we're having so many problems with urinary tract infections. And really got me into understanding myself, my penis, and understanding that there's nothing wrong with the fact that I'm uncut, and that there is no real reason to cut. Anyways, links to the infidels video down below. I'm going to try to find the article later on at some point and try to post that as well. Thank you.